I am assistant professor of blacksmithing at the Estonian Academy of Arts in the jewelry and blacksmithing department. We are not far from here. Tallinn is like 400 kilometers from here. Today I would like to make a brief introduction to the doings of our blacksmithing chair. For the background here, for the background of my speech, there will be a slideshow with works of our students and teachers. And please, if you have any questions, you can ask for them. We need a little bit darkness for the pictures, I guess. Yeah. And maybe a bit later, I can show you some pictures separately. Colors are not cool. It's getting better.
Is the paper completely Latvia? Sometimes if the colors are green, it's just...
Oh, yeah. Ah, thank you. The blacksmithing chair in the Estonian Academy of Arts is in quite unique position considered the global context. There is a few other art academies in the world where it's possible to get the degree in blacksmithing. But compared to these programs, the blacksmithing chair in Estonia is distinctive because of the dense cooperation with the jewelry chair. Working side by side with jewelry artists have been fruitful for both sides. The usage of iron and blacksmithing in contemporary jewelry has become something very common to Estonian makers. And mostly because of contemporary jewelry, the new blacksmithing in Estonia has become a free and open medium for conceptual art. Our blacksmithing projects branch into two directions. There are design tasks what are more framed and focused, and free art projects. This both ways may also be a site-specific or autonomous projects. We try to keep a wide range of activities. In general, blacksmithing is only one technique to form the iron. Although it may be the most intimate way to approach this material. Besides forge work, we are also practicing all the other methods to form and manipulate the material. Along with the traditional skills, we also focus on the new computer-based technologies. So we are doing also laser cutting and 3D milling, and all the blacksmiths, also classes for rhino, like here it was. And laser cutting, also steel tubes and two-dimensional objects. Today we are taking part of this conference with the aim of collecting a know-how about iron casting. We have had industrial cast iron projects on our program, but due to lack of specialists and shut down foundries, we haven't been able to make a cast iron projects for some years. Now taking the casting process to our own concern, we hope to start again. So we are wanting to build also furnaces or at least one
in Tallinn.
In Tallinn.
There's one at the Riot Street studio.
There is one.
Yeah, it's there. I think.
I don't know, but I want to build it anyway.
Yeah, one more.
Yeah. And start with the students cast iron project, because the last projects, the cast iron projects what we had, they were more frame design projects that we make a specific object, a functional object, form, and this goes to an industrial foundry, and there it will be casted, and we are not allowed to close by it. Yeah, but now we try more free art way. At present, the Department of Jewelry and Blacksmithing is a structural unit of the Faculty of Design. As the name indicates, two majors are offered. The background for the developmental changes in the department, and the entire faculty is framed by the development in contemporary art and issues relating to the place and role of the faculty as an intermediary between the art world and the production of thinkable assets. The question is whether our graduates should be artists or product designers. The school distinguishes approaches based on medium, material and philosophy. In negotiations between these poles, our department has sought to shape artists who have a creative mindset and are able to orientate among traditional and ever more innovative iron-related technologies. Here is a laser cut work for a private house.
Is this yours?
No, this wasn't actually. This is mine. Creativity and creative thinking is undoubtedly the quintessence and most important function of art education. One of the missions in the Academy of Arts is that the school should, alongside other art disciplines and science, serve as a source, base and laboratory for provocative, original and creative thinking. The society in which we live should not just be dedicated to serving outside ideas and subcontracting. Will we succeed at finding out an alternative? There are no criteria to measure it, but in the long run, our attitudes toward artists, designers and architects in the society depend on how well we fulfill this mission. This is was industrial iron casting. Creative thinking is something that cannot directly be taught. But if there is a spark within a person, it can be made to ignite and glow. For this to happen, we need an environment to promote creativity, one that links people with similar aspirations where every misstep would not be punished. Second, creativity is fostered by immersion in situations where people must find a solution themselves. The latter occurs through various means and media. Every creative task is such a situation, or at least simulates it as a study exercise. Each medium conditions a person's thinking in a slightly different way. Artists who use color, sound, words, or some hard-to-work material each think a bit differently. The importance of the arts is that affect on a very fundamental level how people perceive and understand the world. It is hard to provide a formula for what kinds of media and materials it would be wise to work with, but diversity is an important indicator. If we were to illustrate this with an example from biology, species richness is a property that gives a value and vitality to every living community. One of our primary functions of our speciality is to maintain such biodiversity on the educational landscape.
It's pattern weld?
It is a pattern welded steel.
What's the base material for your pattern weld? What are you layering out?
It was steel with carbon inside 0.8% and then mild steel, 0.3% carbon.
Is it recycled? Is it recycled material or is it new?
It's in this case it's new. This work is actually made by Risto Tali. He was here before. He's our master of workshops. Risto is the guy with the sunglasses and leather jacket. You will see maybe later. And it was a Damascus steel tray, a big 1 meter long and maybe 60 centimeters wide.
One piece?
Well, no, it's
Oh, the tray itself. Okay.
all the tray itself. For making this pattern welded steel, they used 1 ton of coal.
Whoa. How much steel, how big was the billet when he started it?
Sorry, I can't answer, I don't know. Because I'm not upward. But very, very nice work, indeed. Maybe our long-time teacher and professor Heigo Jälle, the previous assistant professor of the blacksmithing department, has also said these words about being a blacksmith nowadays. I will read the words. To be a blacksmith is to belong to a profession with a long line of brothers in a trade, along with the work they have done and the lives they have lived, stretching back thousands of years, all watching you with expectant expressions on their faces. This is Heigo's work. It's good, isn't it, having this multiple of a has-been. Everything that has previously been created, all the wisdom, all the knowledge and skills are there for us to use, and indeed we must make use of them, but only by seeking our own solutions and meanings, and not by creating a diluted imitation of the things of the past. This is my work. A bicycle. Also our blacksmith students very much like bicycles and are kind of building custom-made bicycles.
Whose work is that?
This is Tõnis Berg. He's finished our blacksmithing department some years ago. It's a monumental piece, very, very big, 4 meters high.
So the iron in that is the staircase with the glass?
Yeah, it was. And here is a laser cut form also made in Rhino, the model, and built up in stainless steel. Okay, but I will end my speech here with the words from our professor Kadri, who is a professor for both jewelry and blacksmithing department, the head of the jewelry and blacksmithing. Blacksmithing is a unique phenomenon in the world of contemporary art. In Estonia, blacksmiths and shamans have been perceived as a possible mediators between the two worlds. Along with the priest and the apothecary, the blacksmith was one of the most respected people in the village. Today, the bank has replaced the church, but apothecary and the blacksmith are still highly regarded. If we lose our sense of the supernatural, we might even lose ourselves. But some things must last forever. So this was the words from our professor Pedvale. And for my speech here, it is all. I'm sorry you just arrived.
Last one was, their other one went over.
So you said that you were like sending pieces out to a foundry for casting? Are you guys doing any of the like digital things in-house, like the CNC cutting or the laser or any of that stuff, or is that also going to like some commercial or industrial place?
These orders will go outside from the school. We don't have the machinery. Our workshops aren't very big, but we make kind of joint projects with the private owned factories that they support us with some laser cutting, or our students design a sort of product for them. For the material.
And are you guys operating out of the studio on Riot Street still?
Yeah, the sculpture department is there, but our school is up. We are hoping to get into one big house.
Yeah. Is that the blacksmithing school is in the same place as the sculpture department, or?
No,
No, it's a different place.
yeah, it's in the center.
Oh, okay.
Mary, is there any time left?
Yeah, there's 5 minutes for questions.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe you could go back to at least your work at the very end so the people who just came in could see what you made?
With the slideshow.
Yeah,
Yes, to the slideshow.
Okay.
yeah.
But then
Or those pieces on the beach? No, you're the one who came to the conference, we should know about you.
Sure. Okay, thank you very much. Then I need to go behind the computer, I guess.
But yeah, you slide it over here.
Scroll a little bit. Okay.
Just 2 fingers, right?
2 fingers. Here is a lot of my work because here's some. I'm doing contemporary jewelry and also and also sculpture and design pieces, small commissions. But my aim is sculpture and contemporary jewelry. I focus.
I have a question. How strong is the contemporary blacksmithing movement in the European Union? Are there many blacksmiths? Is it a growing craft now, or fewer?
Compared to the States, I can say that
Okay.
it seems that in the States it's very strong community altogether, but here in Europe it is much more separate, and there is a different there is a very different handwritings. But one comes from one place, like our school in Tallinn, and there is another school in Sweden, in Steneby, what is a strong school in blacksmithing. There is one in the States, not in UK, and yeah, and it's but we are not so cooperative. So much.
Well, it seems as if you're getting support from industry and getting commissions from private clients. And I know in the United States we're facing the closure of many foundries and metals programs. But do you feel the same thing that is happening in Europe, or do you feel like they're strong and healthy?
The heavy industries has been shut down since I was a child. All the time the factories are shutting down. Here in the Eastern Europe, also because of collapse of Soviet Union, because in the Soviet Union there was a lot of heavy industry, and also during the 90s a lot of this heavy industry still was working and remained. But now, as everybody knows, all this the industry moves into east, into China.
Okay.
It's the same
So this is it's global.
But the artists are keeping them alive.
Well, we are keeping alive the skills. What is important, I think.
Are there any further questions for Nils? Thank you so much. They were beautiful examples of work. Just beautiful, beautiful work.
Thank you
Yes,
for
yourself, your students, and your colleagues.
Thank you for listening. If you have any Any questions later on? We can talk privately or during the evening.